Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for January 11th, 2017. Yesterday morning, Attleboro High School students had an opportunity to learn about what college is like. Milford native Samantha Pelletier, representing the Harvard Financial Aid Initiative, gave a presentation on college life and how prospective students can best apply and afford college. She spoke with us after the presentation.
Basically, we're just students who go out to high schools near our hometown and talk to current high school students about what it's like to be in college, how to apply to colleges, and what it's like applying for financial aid and what types of aid schools offer. I really want to come out because when I was applying to colleges, there was just a lot of information I was missing, and it prevented me, almost prevented me from taking advantage of incredible opportunities like applying to Harvard because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get in, because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to afford it. When it turns out Harvard, I did get in, and it's actually one of the easiest schools for me to afford. When you're applying or thinking about college, you try to build this perfect resume and you try to be the perfect student that you think colleges want to see, when you should really be trying to accent who you are as a person and what you're really interested in and what you're really passionate about. Because a lot of people can put like 30 different activities on their list that they spend a couple hours doing a week, but not many people can really show passion for a specific sport or specific type of art or anything like that. And that really stands out to colleges when they see someone do something they want to do and someone who's not just trying to make it look like they're a very good, well-rounded person. Another big misconception people have is that you need to be a perfect student and that you can't get into Ivy League schools and whatnot unless you have a 4.0 and you have a perfect SAT score or anything like that. And it turns out a lot of students do have really high SAT scores and high GPAs, so colleges take a lot more into consideration than just that. They want to, again, see students who have other activities and other interests. And you can have a couple B's or C's here and there and get into top universities like Harvard. And it's a reality for a lot of people in that sense. If you do decide to live on campus, you're finally away from your family for the first time, and you're away from like mom and dad telling you what to do all the time. And you do have a lot more free time and access to a lot more activities than you would in high school. And one of the first things you have to do when you get there is really decide like what type of student you want to be, because it's really going to shape your academic career, your just career in general in the future. So you really need to decide how much time you want to dedicate to studying and getting your work done versus going out and going to parties and things like that. And there is a healthy balance between the two, but it takes a little adjustment when you first get there to realize you're responsible for yourself at this point, and every penny that you or your family is putting into your education does count, and how you choose to spend every minute of your time is going to be kind of like taken into consideration, but you don't have anyone else telling you what to do, so it's very easy to get distracted. So before you even get to college, you really have to think about what type of student you want to be, and hopefully it's a student who spends time doing all their work and then takes a little extra time for themselves once in a while to go out with friends and whatnot. When I was applying to schools, a lot of my friends were going to the same school. 3 of my best friends ended up at the same school, actually, while I was the only one who went to a different school. And it definitely was in the beginning something that I was like, I'm gonna miss out on so much, and why didn't I decide to go somewhere where I could be closer to them and hang out with them? But I've realized Harvard's the best place for me, and I've just met so many new incredible people. Well, they've all made new friends as well. They haven't reached out as much as I have, and I've really, I think, grown as a person, just like learned how to talk to new people more than they have. And if you're worried about making friends, I wouldn't. I don't know anyone at school who hasn't made new friends, but it definitely can be limiting by just sticking with the people you know, because there are plenty of other people out there who kind of reach outside of like your high school and the things they know. And you do want to meet new people, not just for like networking and things like that, but also just to like build a better understanding of life in general for other people. College applications can be very stressful, even if it's not a college application, just a career application or trying to join the military, but it's just kind of like easy sometimes to get hung up in that. So like just take a step back and just realize like you have your whole life to figure things out. You don't need to have it all figured out when you apply to school. So right now I work for HFAI, which is just a recruiting group, but we do a bunch of other things. So you can either reach out to them, and you can do that through the Harvard Financial Aid website, or you can reach out to me directly. I am only home for winter break doing this right now, but I would love to go back and talk to other schools at a later date in time if that's something they're interested in. My email is spelletier@college.harvard.edu. So you can just shoot me an email, and I'd love to come talk to any students at any school, especially since I am a current student. I think it helps to kind of get that relationship between current students versus just an admissions officer.
That's it for today's update. You can watch all of our content in high definition on our website, DoubleACS.com, and on our new Roku app. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.